So I'm gonna explain the shifter setup on this a little bit better. This is the tractor it came out of, model 71 Cub Cadet. Here's the shift pattern: reverse forward, first is back, neutral side to side, second forward, and third back. So this whole cable setup here is just a bicycle brake. And the reason I have that is to pull the shifter across neutral. And originally I wanted to make a linkage that would do that, but I couldn't. From this far away, I couldn't figure out a linkage that would make it go side to side, I guess. So I'm going to set it up here because you got to have two hands to use second and third. So the shifter, there we go, is up here, and I'll run it through the gears and you can kind of see how it works. So the spring always holds us over to the first and reverse side. So if you only need first and reverse, you don't have to even pull the cable over there. So that's first and that's reverse. Reverse, neutral. So now you put it in neutral if you need second or third, and you got to use your left hand. It pulls the Cub Cadet shifter over to second and third. Even though this shifter, the one you shift up here at the seats, doesn't move side to side, the back one did. So now you have third and second, like that, and that's neutral. It's really easy to use. It's comfortable. You can't be moving when you shift this at all. You have to be completely stopped. The input shaft has to be completely stopped. So it's not a big deal. You're already at a stop to just reach down and pull this up to get second or third. It's pretty nice, and it's been reliable. That's probably the best part. So hopefully that makes sense. I've been doing some rough templates here for the front end. This is all going to be steel. The fender, you gotta kind of use your imagination. It's got to be modified. It's going to be cut here somewhere. This will be cut down. There's going to be another section added here to give this more height. So it's kind of hard to hold it up in place. It sticks out too far and everything, but that's kind of the idea. Just take that right out. I got my lights. So these are going to go in here. And so the marker lights. So it's everything on this. It's just kind of eyeballed. I never actually scaled anything down from an actual Jeep. So it's it's not exactly proportionate, you know, it's kind of long in the center, but I wanted it to be comfortable. I didn't want to be cramped, and it is. It's there's a lot of room in there, so it doesn't really bug me. This section here, it's gonna, you know, proportion out to where it makes sense. I guess that's all I'm looking for. I got the cowl. I had to relief cut to get this band, and you can see this outer layer, it's pretty thin right now. That's I put a 2-part epoxy on that to stabilize this layer for now, and when the time comes and the body comes back off, it gets taken apart, except for the firewall, the cowl, and the dash. They're all glued in one piece, which eventually everything else will be, but it's not right now. So when it does come back apart, I can flip this upside down, this whole unit, and the bottom sides of these relief cuts, this was a really early template freehand cut. It's pretty rough, but maybe it'll give you an idea. On the underside of this, you know, you have all those, like I say, relief cuts, so it's still thin, even though now the epoxy has a shell. I mean, it's soaked in. I'll be able to fill all of that on the bottom side, so it'll be 3/4 inch thick all the way through, and it'll be really strong. So yeah, that's where I'm at on it, and I really appreciate everyone watching. So thanks.